Hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our post-match press conference. We will begin with head coach Chris Armas. Please use the raise your hand function on Zoom, and we will call on you, or you can type your questions into the chat. And Daniel, we will begin with you.
Hey, Coach. I know you guys had hoped for a good reaction in this game. Just where did things go wrong in that second half? Specifically, it seemed like the first half was kind of back and forth and even, but things just kind of took a turn in the second half.
Yeah, Daniel, listen, um, we thought we weathered a storm in the first half, that they came out like we thought with a lot of energy, the energy of the crowd, and we weathered that. And maybe for the last 15 or 20 minutes of the first half, we settled down, created some moments, and tried to build that into the second half with a few adjustments. And now, almost before things get settled down, we give up a penalty. And then another goal that you know maybe is even preventable. But goals change games, and we're in a moment now. It's a tough moment, but the best thing could be maybe you get a goal, you get a penalty, and now we take a tough one. So, and then it shifts things a bit. You know, they gain momentum. They have the better of it in the second half, and that's that. That's how I think the goals changed that second half as we were going to make a push.
And then, it seems like some of the mistakes that we've seen from this team are pretty uncharacteristic. As you just kind of like looking at it, how would you diagnose where things are going wrong? Or is it overthinking? Is it lack of confidence with, some losses here? Like what's kind of leading to some of these mistakes in these moments?
Well, look, there's been some different things along these little this stretch. There's been some set pieces. There's been some crosses. Today there's a penalty. There's a long ball that to get down the second goal. Listen, a team is more confident when you're winning, when you're scoring. A team can gain confidence, but we're going to get going, right? We knew it was going to be a tough stretch. We played the home game. We win that one. We come on the road. Two of them are home openers for the opposition, Chicago and Seattle, and then it's always tough playing in Portland. No one ever thought this would be an easy road stretch on short rest, players coming back from injury, and this is just part of it. So it's all of it combined. We're going to get players to the proper fitness level, like coming off some of the injuries. We can keep pushing the minutes for Cooper and Lowe. They were on restricted minutes, and we're going to keep going. We're trying to build this house in a hurricane in some way, which we're trying to build, and you know and the games came fast and furious, and it is difficult. So listen, not pointing a finger at any one thing. There's oftentimes a lot of little things that can add to it. So we're excited to get back home. We're disappointed to not get any points on the road. We'll learn from it, and we'll be better for it.
Daniel, did you have any follow-ups to that?
No, I was just going to ask then about the attacking group. I know that there's a lot of players out there that are working on getting used to playing with each other. Is there, how much of maybe the struggles today? There's only two shots in the second half, and they came very, very late in the half. There, like, is some of the struggles maybe on the attacking side of the last few games? Is that just players still trying to figure out how to play with each other? Is there, like, how would you kind of assess what's going on there?
Yeah, Daniel, listen, here's what I tell you. When you think about chemistry between players, it does take some time. And when you think about our preseason and some of the players up the pitch, Coop coming off her injury in the offseason, Croy adding to our team later in the preseason. Deb is there with Ali, but when you put it all together, there's some really, really talented players there. And as we get going with the season, you'll see that the relationships, the understanding, the movements, the four bodies, one mind type of thing will click. It does take time. What I can tell you is that Ali is a great player. Deb is one of the best playmakers in the league. Coop, you can see her tonight, how dangerous she was in her time out there. And Croy is a real talent. We're going to get it going. We're going to get home in front of our fans and turn it around really quickly.
Jeff, we will turn it over to you.
Hey, Chris, Jeff Kasu for the ESPN. Can you hear me?
Yep.
When you look at this team, I mean, some of the factors you just mentioned, is how close or far away is this version of the team to where you want it to be? Maybe not necessarily the end of the season, but in soon enough.
Yeah, listen, my first goal here has been, as we've, of course, in preseason, an identity, a style of play. Besides that, it's getting the players out there and not just getting them healthy and fit. It's about keeping players healthy and fit. So that's been the first goal. Such creativity, such danger up the field, that's coming. And yeah, I mean, it's how close are we? I know that we're very early in the season. We have players coming back, even Temwa getting back into the mix. It's good. It's going to click on all levels, and I don't expect that to happen right away. So I didn't have a timeline on that, not knowing how these games would go, but I do know I see the effort every day in the team, how individually players are pushing themselves, pushing each other. And yeah, it's a great group of players. So we're all going to put our heads down right now, put in the work in a tough moment, be at our best, and that's what's going on right now. So nothing better than some rest, get back home after a long week, and get ready for another home game.
And just, I mean, early days in the season, as you said, with the way the schedule lays out, I mean, the international break that comes after next week when you guys get back home, is there, an added level of urgency in any way to make sure that performance beyond result even is what you want to see given, the weeks off that follow and the stretch that you just had?
Yeah, we always want to perform. So we expect urgency every single time out. So, yeah, I mean, it's early in the season, but every time you have home games in front of our amazing fans, we want to capitalize and grab all the points. So there will be a real sense of urgency in this next home game to get points. We want teams looking up at us in the standings, right? So we're chasing some teams now, and we got to get the points at home. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach. And we will be back with players in a little bit. We are back with Ali Sentinor. Same thing as before. Please use the raise your hand feature on Zoom and we will call on you, or you can type your questions into the chat. Daniel, we will start with you.
Hey, Ali. Just if you could kind of walk us through the way that game played out. It seemed like in the first half, at the end of it, you guys had really kind of put the pressure on them, and in the second half, things got away from you. Just how would you assess it, and where did it go wrong?
Yeah, I think we were feeling a lot better about how we performed in the first half going into halftime. We were really hoping to carry that momentum into the second half. I think we changed a few things from the last games, especially defensively, that we were really working on this game, and I don't think they broke us down too many times. And I think going into the second half, we just had a few unfortunate mistakes that ended up leading to goals, and that kind of put us in another hole like the previous games. So I think we are happy to have put a better performance on in the first half, and now it's just about finding those 90-minute performances so we can then get that goal in the second half and be up instead of down.
And then it seems like there's been a lot of, there's a lot of new faces, I think, within that attacking group, or at least people trying to get back to health. There's, players kind of in different spots, players not there. What's it been like to kind of try and figure things out as that front four right now? And, what's been the process for you guys in trying to get on the same page along the way?
Yeah, I think we got some players late into preseason, so we haven't had, I think, all the time during preseason to work with each other. And with this 3-game road stretch, we've just been really trying to rest and recover to get ready for these games. So I think we're excited to go back home and have some really solid training days to build those connections. And we have incredible talent. We have an incredibly talented front line that can produce amazing things. It's just about clicking together and learning each other's tendencies, whether people like it to feet, whether people like it in behind, and kind of how we solidify that. But I think once it starts clicking, it's going to look really good.
And we have a question from the chat for the last one. Back at home next week, what excites you about being back at CPKC Stadium?
Yeah, I think it's been a tough road stretch for sure. We're very disappointed with how the games went, and we really are excited to be back in front of our fans. Hopefully put on a good show for them, have them be our 12th player. We really want to get back into the game and find our flow back at home, and that's our favorite place to do it. So as you know, we wish we could have done that for our fans on the road, but I think once we get back, we can do that in front of our fans at home and then carry that through with the season.
Great. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, everybody.